everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be doing a makeup tutorial for you all today. And I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, but I want to start making a better YouTube schedule so that I'm able to post more videos for you all. I want to start doing more videos like this in the future, so please let me know how you like this video. And I'm so excited to share my everyday makeup routine with you all, so let's get into the video. Okay, so off camera, I already put my primer and my foundation on. I always use a primer with my foundation no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I'm going. I always have to use a primer. It makes a huge difference with my makeup. So for foundation, I used one of my favorite foundations ever, and it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This stuff is so thick and it'll last you all day. The color that I am is 2W1 Dawn. I range in these colors. I have about 3 of the colors, just because if I'm a little bit tanner, then I use a darker color. And for primer, my favorite primers are the Smashbox Photo Finish Water, which I'm almost out of. I'm going to need to go pick up another bottle. I use this every single day and I love it so much. And the Too Faced Hangover RX. I always use this one. It gives my face a lift, it rejuvenizes it, and just gives it life. I love it so much. It smells like coconut, so I'm literally obsessed with it. So after I have my base on, I like to put my eyeshadow base on. Like I said, I always use a primer for my foundation, and I always use a primer for my eyeshadow. It makes such a huge difference in the way your makeup lasts and looks. So for me, I love using eyeshadow primer. The one I'm using is a MAC Paint Pot. I've been using this for a couple years now. It is the soft ochre color, and I love it because it's literally a skin color. So it just blends in, it hides my veins, it hides my the imperfections in my eyelid, and just gives a perfect base to start my eyeshadow. Okay, so now that I have my eyeshadow base on, I'm ready to start my eyeshadow. I'm going to actually be using a brand new eyeshadow palette that I just got in the mail today, and I'm so excited to use this. I've been waiting to get this for months now, and I'm so excited to finally use it. And it is the Jaclyn palette by Morphe. I am just so in love. I swatched a couple of the colors, and just looking at the colors in general, like, are you kidding me? Like, these colors are literally perfect. So I'm so excited. I love neutral colors, and this whole palette is pretty much neutral except for these bottom 4 colors. These are like the bright colors, so like a purple, a blue, and then 2 like kind of like green blue colors. So this is what I'm going to be using on my eyes. This is actually going to be kind of a first impression because I haven't used these colors before, so we'll see how that works out. Okay, so I'm going to go into the palette now. I'm going to go in with a brown, but a very light brown. I always tap off the excess, and I'm going to go in on a white hair brush. So just blend. This brush is by Morphe, and it's the M441. I love Morphe brushes because they're so affordable, and they're literally the best brushes. Like, they are professional brushes. So that's what I love about them. They're half the price of MAC brushes, but they're the same, if not better. So after I've gone in with that brush, I'm going to go in with another white-haired brush, and it's the M433. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker color. I'm pretty sure this is the color Peaky in the palette. She raved about this color, and I actually really love it. I usually don't like too camel toned colors, but this one is really pretty. So I'm just going to put that in the crease like I did the other one, but just a little bit tighter. I think I forgot to mention, I like to put tape on my eyelids when I do my eyeshadow. It gives me a really sleek and straight look. I love that it lifts my eyelids up. So that's why I have tape on my eyelids. I probably should have mentioned that earlier because I probably look crazy. Just blending a little bit more. I'm now blending a little bit of another color, a little bit of a brown color. When I do my eyeshadow, I like to build up. So I start off with a light brown, then I go to a medium brown, and then I go to a dark brown. And then if I want to go super smoky or super dark, then I go even darker brown. But I always do at least 3 different colored browns, if that makes sense. Next, I'm going to get the Sigma blending brush, and it's the E25. I'm going to get this. This is really tight, a really tight white hair brush, and I'm going to get a darker brown to put tighter. So I always go tighter. As I'm getting into the darker colors, I get tighter and tighter into my crease. You don't want to go up to your eyebrow. Like, that's just too much. You want to stay in the crease area. So that's what I'm doing. I love this so far. These colors are so pretty and they blend so well. Yes, I'm loving it. I knew I was gonna love it though because she's always amazing with everything she does. Next, I'm going to put a lid color on, and I'm going to be using the MAC 212. It's a flat brush, so it's really good to get into the crease, or sorry, not the crease area, the lid area. I think I'm going to use this pink color. I have the colors right here. Let me see what color this is. The color Faint. It's a really pretty pale pink. So I'm just going to get right in on my eyelid. It's a shimmer. I love shimmer on my eyelid. I never, well, okay, I don't want to say never, but I very rarely put a shimmer in my crease. I always do mattes in my crease just because I just feel like it makes the makeup look better. And then I just add a little bit pop of sparkle on my lid. This is so pigmented. I love it. It's almost foiled. So as you can see, it gives it a pop of color. I love it. It'll make your eyes stand out as well. I'm going to go back to my flat white-haired brush, and then I just add kind of a mixture of what I just did on my crease, and I just add a tad more just to sharpen the crease. Not make it a cut crease, but just blend it. Make sure you blend. If you do not blend, your eyeshadow is not gonna look good. So I blend a lot. I'm gonna go back now to my M441 and just blend everything I just did. So I just finished doing my eyeshadow and I just took off the tape, and as you can see, I have a very sharp and crisp line to where my eyeshadow was. This is going to be a really easy way for me to apply my eyeliner now. So I usually do a wing. I very rarely just do eyeliner with no wing. If I do eyeliner, I just do wing because I love the way it looks. I feel like it completes a look. Next, I'm going to be doing concealer. I use 2 concealers when I do my makeup. One is a salmon base, and the other one is just a normal concealer. The salmon base is by Maybelline, and I've been using this one forever, and I love it so much. It just brightens up my under eye. And then for my concealer, I go back and forth, but I always end up going back to the MAC Pro Longwear. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I love it so much. It lasts for 24 hours, and it's just amazing. So I'm going to do that. And I just wanted to quickly mention that when I do my concealer, I use a wet sponge. This one is by Real Techniques. I've gone through different types of sponges. I've even used the Beauty Blender one. I've probably bought like 5 or 6 of the Beauty Blender ones. But I've just been lately loving the Real Techniques one because it's a lot cheaper and it does the same exact thing. So I love that. And I love how it has a straight side with a point. So I'm going to go into that. Now that my concealer is done, I'm going to be setting it with my Laura Mercier setting powder. I use the transparent. I love this stuff. I use it under my eye and I use it all over my face. So I love, 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 love this base. After I use my Laura Mercier powder, I go in with the MAC Studio Fix. I don't put too much on because this stuff is pretty thick. So I just hit the T-zone just to make sure that I got everything that I needed. I also sometimes go on my cheeks just to make sure my contour is blended. It helps my contour blend. So after that, we're ready for bronzer. I love bronzing. Bronzing just wakes up your face and just gives it dimension. I love that. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Sweetheart Bronzer. I love this bronzer. It gives you a little bit of a glow, but it's still matte. It's really weird. Like, it's not shimmery at all. And I start at my ear and I'm going to be going in these types of motions to get a crisp line. I love contour. I rarely bronze. I always contour. I like to just get my cheekbones chiseled and just defined. I'm also going to hit the top of my forehead to give a little bit of a shadow there. You never want to just do contour on your cheeks. If you just do it on your cheeks, it's going to look really weird because then up here is going to be really light and then down here is going to be really light. So you always want to blend on your forehead, and then I always blend on my neck as well. Next up is blush, and I'm going to be using Warm Soul from MAC. I love this shade. I've had this shade for a couple years now, and I love it so much. It kind of just blends in with your bronzer, and that's what I love about it. I get the apples of my cheeks, and then I blend back. I always blend back because I want to make sure that it's blended into my contour and it's not just like in the front like boop boop. Like, I want to make sure that it's really blended in there. Now that I'm done with blush, I'm going to take my M501 from Morphe and Becca Highlighter Opal, and I'm going to put these on my cheekbones. I love to highlight. I always highlight. Even on a casual day, I always highlight. I love it so much. I feel like it helps everything blend in. Next up is brows, and for brows I'm going to be using the Anastasia Duo Powder. I love the Duo Powder because it gives you the lighter color and the darker color. So for the lighter color, I use that on the inner corner of my eyebrow, and then the darker color I use on the tail of my eyebrow to darken it up. And then for my arch, I use the NYX eyebrow gel, and I use this one in brunette. I have pretty dark eyebrows, so I usually use dark eyebrow products even though I'm blonde. So that's what I'm going to be using. Now that I'm done with my eyebrows, I'm going to highlight my brow bone, and I'm going to use the Jaclyn palette for that too. I'm going to use the very first color. It's a champagne-y color. Oh my gosh. This is really good. I barely put anything on, and you can totally see a difference. I love using highlight on my brow bone because it really lifts your eyebrows, and it just completes your eyebrow and your eyeshadow look. So that's done. Lastly, with eyeshadow, I'm going to add a little bit under my eye. I always put at least a little bit under my eye if I did anything with eyeshadow. If you don't put it under your eye, it's just gonna look really weird that like you have eyeshadow on your eyelid, but not under. So it just really completes the look. Okay, so I just finished off the rest of my makeup. I added some mascara, some lashes, and some eyeliner, and my lipstick. I just wanted to quickly mention this amazing mascara. I just got this like last week, and I cannot put it down. I use this with lashes, and I use this without. When I don't have lashes on and use this, it makes it literally look like I do have lashes on. But for this look, I did want to put lashes on since usually in my photos and when I'm going out, I do have false lashes on. But this mascara is amazing. It's the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. So good, I totally recommend. For my lipstick combo, I used MAC Myth, and for the lip gloss, I used Bare Minerals Groovy. These two together are a dream. It's a nude with a hint of pink, and I'm just so obsessed. It makes my makeup just super fresh and super ready to go, and I love it. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also follow all my other social media handles, which I will link below. I'm really active on my Instagram and on my blog, so don't forget to follow me on there. I will also be posting links to everything that I talked about or maybe didn't talk about but used in my description below, and I will also be adding what I'm wearing. This dress is so cute, and it's under $40, and I will be linking this necklace. I love it so much, and it's such a pretty statement piece. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.